stop. So now the thing is, we already discussed drop a message. We already discussed that a generative AI that is comes under the deep learning means again transformer and diffusion models. So transformer, which I talked already with you, that is nothing but the attention all you need is nothing but the one paper, okay, that you have to read every time, okay, and you have to understand. The question was that who is the Prime Minister of India, okay, and what is her age? That her is nothing but the respected Prime Minister of President of India, right? Who is the President of India and what is her age? It was a question, right or wrong? So her means what? Her is nothing but the President of India. That how it comes to know to your system, and that is a part. Your brain understand it well because you have a neurons, right? You have that much intelligence. That's why you know well, no problem. But your system don't know anything about that. Okay, the reason is that you have system should understand that concept in the previous sentence what it was. Okay, suppose if I say I want to go to the bank for the transferring of money, and I just want to go to the bank to sit down and take what I can say the advantage of the nature. So that bank is different and that bank is different. The reason is that the bank is a river bank, another case, and the first one is the financial institute, right, where the money is going to transfer. So according to that it will suggest. So this is the important. Okay, what is the current temperature in Pune? ये easy question है very easy. But I feel very hot today in Pune, and now tell me the current temperature. Tell me the current temperature. In the current temperature, where is the name of your city? But in the previous sentence, the name is Pune. That's why it understands it is a Pune. Agree? Even your GPT is also having same number of threads. Left side में देखोगे तो, right? So same thread you want to talk, okay? Thread बोलो, communication बोलो, anything whichever you want, okay? As of so thread means if I ask anything to the GPT, so if you want to ask the same thing related to that thing, so you can just click on there or open it into the new window and start the communication. It will remember that you are talking about this one. Agree? So why it is happen? Because it save your data on your browser, nothing else. Okay, in your login, because your login is there, na, in the browser itself. It is totally different part. But just I want to tell you that how the transformer work. That is, who is the President of India and what is her age. These two lines are totally different, but it understand, it knows that how to use it. Agree? Yes, got the point? Clear? So that is possible with the help of transformer, with the help of transformer. And the name of the paper is Attention All You Need. Okay, so the diffusion models are available, then difference, limited user interaction, generative AI, how that one, and these are the I will share the PPTs with you, don't worry. Okay, then these are the goals that how to do that. Then creativity is possible with the help of GenAI because it is a creative, right? It uses the large data sets, means it is trained on the large data set. So why it is possible? Because LLM is already trained on the large data set. Okay, papers, books, newspaper, articles, data set, and number of things are already trained by your LLM. And it think about the parameters. Now in normal language, technical, non-technical, simple language, whenever think about the parameters, so we use that word that is GPT use the billions of parameters, right or not? Okay, every GPT 3 point use something less than 70 billion, 80 billion, 128 billion, number of billions of parameters are used by the different models. Agree? So how that parameters are going to calculated? What is the meaning of parameter? That I am going to explain you. Simply if you want to do the addition of two numbers, how many parameters are there? Two parameters. Means your function contain two parameters. Means you are just thinking about only two variables. So same thing like that GPT uses millions of parameters. thinking about the millions of parameters, this, that and all and all. So this is called as a parameters, number of parameters used by the GPTs. Agree? In simple language. When you go into the deep, then you will understand well. Now, these are the different applications of the Gen AI and the traditional AI, like a recommendation system, medical diagnosis, fraud detection, predictive maintenance and all and all. But in case of a Gen AI, content creation, chatbot, virtual assistant, we are already interested in chatbots only. Okay, बच्चे ऐसे बोलते हैं, yes ma'am, I have created the chatbot in the second year, third year only. Okay, because we are interested only that one. Okay, virtual assistant and all. We have a series, we have a Alexas and all, right? Then image, video generation, code generation, education and training sector, we use the Gen AI. Now benefits you know very well. Now journey of a LLM, actually how the LLM works and how the LLM is there. Now hopefully you understand the concept of LLM. LLM is the brain of your model that already read, already train on n number of models, right or wrong, on the n number of data set, n number of books, n number of articles, newspaper, everything is already done. Agree? So that is the LLM. So we can see here AI, machine learning, deep learning, NLP and LLM. So this is the path. If you want to write it down, you can write it down, no issues. Okay, the first step, what normal AI, that is the make human thinks like a human. Then machine learning is there, learn the machine to teach the machine to learn from the data. Here deep learning, which contain the neurons. Okay, neurons. Okay, neural networks, it is a neural network. So whenever you are thinking about that, it is the neural network which contain the complex pattern. Complex pattern like a image detection is an example of face detection is a complex pattern, right? Then we require NLP to understand the machine, understand the human language, because your GPT work on that, because your DeepSeek work on that. NLP, that is natural language processing. Agree? Means whenever you talk in the natural language with the GPT, it understand it. Okay? Your English is, I know very well, everyone knows our English, how much it is good, but still your GPT understand it, right or wrong, and it convert. First it convert into the original language, it convert means change the, find out the spelling mistake, convert that parameter into the sentence, then sentence is converted into the tokens, tokenization, then tokens, and that gets saved, and according to that it will search. Even your Alexa is also work like that way. Convert, Alexa plays this song. Okay, so it will convert that one into this, it will search. Word wise searching is possible into the Alexa, and then it will search and it will play the specific music, specific song. Agree? So how exactly it works on the token base, and then LLM comes in the picture, which generate, analyze and converts like a human being. Okay, मेल ड्राफ्ट करते समय प्रॉम्प्ट दियो, अच्छे से दो और लिखो कि generate a mail like a human. Okay, write down the prompt like I am a second year student, and then give me the question, means code for this. It will give another way. Ask the write down the prompt, I am having 10 years of experience, and write down the code. Okay, different way, different perspective. The perspective is going to change. This is called as a prompt, that we will see also today only. Clear? Yes? Okay. Now next part which I want to add here before going forward, the first thing which I want to add here, so basically part of the Gen AI is Python, machine learning, deep learning, NLP and then Gen AI. One more shortcut is there, that is called as a Python and Gen AI, but this is the shortcut. This is the shortcut only. Okay? Full training, full course or full what I can say that understanding is possible only with this path. You should be comfortable with the Python, some advanced part of a Python, not basic. Means I can't say that NumPy and Pandas are advanced Python. Okay? Again that comes under the, I am talking about the iterator, generator, then what I can say that async. Okay, and how to write down the prompts and all into the Python. That means that we are going to understand. Then machine learning with the Python. Okay, then deep learning, NLP, and then I will talk about the Gen AI. This is the right path. This is the right path only. To understand the concept of LLM, we should know NLP. That how the tokenization work and how your GPT give the answer, that is my part. This is the work actually, this is the way of study. Shortcut से कुछ नहीं होगा. That is Python and Gen AI, no use. Yes sir, please. Agree? This is the way. In case of a Python, you know, many of you already done the Python. Everyone? At most. Okay. Those who don't know, they can do into the 10-15 days or 1 month. But in the Python, you require a data structure thoroughly. Okay, which are that? Dictionary, tuple, list, set. Okay. So these data structure, then numpy and panda. Pandas के अलावा तो machine learning हो ही नहीं सकता. So that pandas are there. Okay, you should know. And then we will think about all machine learning algorithm, like, and not only supervised, unsupervised, we require a different ways to understand the machine learning algorithm, fine tuning of that, parameter tunings about that, then training and testing models. Okay, then see k-fold, many things are there in the case of a decision tree, random forest, rabus, exibus, all these. Okay, then only you understand the concept of NLP. So NLP and deep learning, because these are dependent thing. If you think that okay, I want to skip machine learning, no problem, but it's very difficult to understand you to NLP as well as the deep learning. Okay, NLP you can do with the deep learning, NLP you can do with the machine learning also. But thing is that to understand each and every point we require a deep learning well. And deep learning समझने के लिए थोड़ा बहुत machine learning तो आना ही चाहिए. Not algorithms, not all algorithm, but at least basic concept you should know about the machine learning. And this is the scenario where actually we required, and if you want to survive for the next 10 years minimum, then this is the path. If you think that okay, I want to develop such applications without code, okay, so you are not able to survive for the long duration. Okay, means that's why I told you there are many shortcuts are available. Within a 2 minutes, within a 15 minutes, you can develop a agent, any agent. But it's difficult to survive. Agree? The full path is totally different. Any question? Sir, please introduce yourself.
Yeah, my name is Rajat. I am having 7+ years of experience working as a database administrator
Okay.
in IT organizations. Earlier, I worked with Wipro. So my project is actually we are uh, doing some automation at this moment, and also we are moving our project from on-prem to cloud.
Okay,
So
on-prem to
yeah,
cloud.
we are the partner of GCP and Azure.
Okay.
So we're moving it to cloud, and the process is going on. Apart from that, we are also doing some automations
That's
of
great.
the project. So just to upskill myself in this area, I have joined this to understand like where it is, this course is where I can fit this in my project, and
Okay.
how it is going to help me in this project.
Yes.
Because
Sure.
after all, I have to work in because this study, and I mean, if you work in a real project, right? So scenario is totally different.
Totally different,
Yeah,
right?
because learning is definitely help you, but still when you are working in a project, you have some certain restrictions, certain areas, and there are a lot of things which you have to focus on, and you have to work independently, right? Nobody is there to
Help you.
give you the design, like how you will be going to interact with the client,
Yes, we
what
have to
will be
think it.
your design, and what will be your approach, how you are going planning to do that, and how it helps organizations to reduce the cost. So this is also matter. If
Yes.
they go for a particular, if I know, give some proposals to the client, like I am planning to do such and such automations for our applications, then we need to provide the justifications, like these are the areas we will be going to reduce, or these are the areas it will help us.
Okay.
Otherwise, that make no sense.
Right,
Yes.
right, right. Definitely, there is a huge gap between the training and the actual IT work, actual original IT work. I agree? So let's see how exactly it will help you. You please introduce.
My name is Yashvi. Currently, I am a computer engineering student.
Okay, final year, third year students. From
Third
which
year
college?
student from SPPU University under
Okay, which college?
uh, SRTTC.
Okay, okay, fine. Okay. So now, which what I am going to explain you, that is Python, machine learning, deep learning, NLP, and GenAI. This is the total path, so that you will understand well thoroughly that how to do that. There are a number of options in the GenAI also. Whenever you start with the GenAI, so AI agent, Agentic AI, LLMs, then RAG is also there. Okay, before that transformer, diffusion models, then many things are available in that also, right? Lang graph, Lang chain, and number of things. Means when you start the learning about the GenAI, you may require 6 months in detail. Okay, but it's highly impossible to anyone that कि continue 6 months के लिए हम क्लास ही करते रहे, 1 साल के लिए हम upgrade करो और क्लास ही करते रहे. So I means the designing of the syllabus in such a way that so that everyone should understand it, right? Now, so nowadays you know very well that how the life is changed because of the GenAI, right? Market में अगर just go to the naukri.com and just do the one dummy, prepare one dummy application and log in karo, sign up karo dummy, and then you will realize that how many jobs are available in the GenAI. Machine learning engineer, GenAI engineer, prompt engineer, only AI engineer, right? So there are a huge number of what I can say that jobs are available. It's not like that GenAI is going to come and it will what I can say that reduce the job. Yes, it reduce the job, but which job? Traditional jobs. Which job? Traditional job, not the advanced job like a GenAI engineer, machine learning engineer. It will not reduce the jobs. It will create the new jobs. But only the first thing is that you have to upgrade yourself in such a way that you will handle such a situation and you will be the part of that competition. Agree? Yes, already many agents are available into the market, but we don't know that this is called as an agent. People are actually in 10th standard and 12th standard, they are already developed their AI agents, and now we are the pass out and the students of the Oxford of East, and still we don't know how to develop the AI agent. Agree? Agree? So this is the scenario that where we are lagging. And if you think everywhere we require AI agents, right? So in 2 years, next 2 years, next 1 year, you will get the different agent in your mobile, laptop, everywhere. Agree? Okay. Any question from your side? Okay. Questions? No questions? Okay. Online, please, if you have any question, put into the chat box. Okay, now come back to the point that I am going to explain you something about the LLM. LLM which I already talked with you, right? We are coming back to the LLM. So in the previous last 15 minutes we discussed something about the large language model which is used by every models. Yes, you can create your own LLM, no problem. Yes, you can, but it may take 2 years because you have to think about each and every parameters, that how exactly it works. Means if I ask such a question, how exactly it actually going to give you a good results with a different weights, accuracy. Okay, if I ask that I want to go to what I call SPPU, there are number of weights are there to go to the university. Okay, I can book the Ola, Uber, or directly go to the rickshaw, or different options are available. So it should give me all options. Okay, and how it is depend, because it is trained in such a way that so that you will get that options and number of options which are available, because the training is already done in such a way that you will get all the options. Agree? So that is the LLM, and that we can create the LLM, no doubt, but it take a 2 years. We require a hardware, okay, then number of what requirement, okay, then because it will not start, or it will not what I can say, that you are not able to perform your application or the LLM in 8 GB or 12 GB RAM or 16 GB RAM. So you require a GPU and TPU in that case. Agree? Your CPU is not sufficient. Then what we can do? So we have already n number of LLMs are available into the market, and you can use it. Okay, the service providers are available, like a Llama is there, GPT is there, OpenAI is there, means GPT 4.0 or Mini, n number of LLMs are available, and you can create your own application in that case. You can create your own chatbot, no problem. But how? With the help of small code. With the help of 7 line of code, we are able to create the chatbot. We are able to create the question answer that ChatGPT provides us. Okay, how? That I am going to show you into the demo, no worries. In short, okay, now what is the next part which I want to tell you? So these are the points which we should know, but before going for the typical technique things, okay, I am going to give you some information about the Hugging Face. Okay, what is the meaning of this Hugging Face? Hugging Face is nothing but one portal where you will get the LLMs. Here you can use the free also. Some LLMs are free, through which we are able to access that LLMs. Okay, n number of LLMs. LLMs means what? You want to use, you want to develop one simple application. Okay, simple wala application, one text box, and insert some question and output into the one label. That's it, simple. Then there are n number of LLMs are available into the market. Okay, from where you will get? You will get it through the Hugging Face or official website of each and every models. Okay, let me check how many models are available. First, you can see that the number of types of models here, that is text generation, image to text, text to text, image to text, image to image, text to image, text to video, text to speech. Yes, we use it. No? Text to image, we send something prompt to the GPT and GPT convert into the image. Right or no? Yes or no? Okay, text to speech, speech to text, many things we do it. Okay, these are the types. More than 44 types are available through which we are actually able to get it out, right? Look at this, how many models are available? Check karo. How many are available? Okay, near about 20. Tomorrow if you do the same thing, you will get the different number. Every day it is going to change, because those who are already created, they can launch their LLM here and you can use that LLM easily. Okay, for example, I want to use Llama models. Okay, some Llama models are also available here. Let me check my net speed. Then I can use here NVIDIA also. No, it's not. It's taking a time. Let it be. Okay. So look at this resembles. These are the number of LLMs are available. Okay. Microsoft LLM is also available. Then AI receive and number of people. Look at this. Google. Google is having own LLM. Agree? Then again different, means you know Google, that's why I am talking about the Google. Well, there are a number of LLMs are available. You can filter it, you can see here number of parameters, small up to the huge number. More than 500 billions of parameters are also available. Some you can see here, that is it is okay, but still not working. Okay, look at this, you can see here number of parameters are also available. 8 billion parameters are available. The name of that one, Angel Slim, and this is the 7 days before it is updated and how many people has actually downloaded. Okay, so you can see here many things. Let me check what is it. Yeah. Okay, then you can see here, look at this, according to this it will going to change. some, you can see here means at your end whenever it is possible 6 million के कम मिलेंगे, 12 billion के कम मिलेंगे. Now it is more than 500 billion. So you can see here there is a problem with mouse, my mouse and all. I'm sorry. Okay, so you can see here a number of things where you can see something is happening here. Okay, so you can use directly this LLMs. No need to take or no need to design your own. Not even you have to download it at your machine. Okay, you will get the key, API key, that is called as a API key, and through the API key, through the API key, you are able to use it easily. Okay, through the API key. लोकली यस वी आर रनिंग इट लोकली रन कर सकते हैं, लेकिन बहुत आपको हार्डवेयर उतना अच्छा चाहिए. आप डाउनलोड करो और यूज़ करो, कर सकते हैं, नो प्रॉब्लम. बट आपकी रैम अच्छी चाहिए, सारी चीज़ें हार्डवेयर कंपैटिबिलिटी मस्ट बी गुड. allow me some time. Okay, till now we will discuss more points. ठीक है. Now when you think about the LLM, we can use the predefined LLM, pre-launch LLM. Okay, we can download the LLM at your machine, no problem, but in that case your system should have a good configuration, that's why. Otherwise we have another option, that is nothing but the you can directly use, okay, simply use the LLM. How to use LLM? I have written a small code for the same, very small code, 7 line of code is there, through which I am able to access the LLM and question answering is possible. Okay, question answering is possible. What happens? Okay, so this is the scenario where we can use generative AI, that is image code and all, which I already discussed. Even we already discussed the LLM, right? LLM, that is large language model, millions of parameter already trained on that many data set. It uses a deep neural network and examples like a GPT, PERT, Llama, Grok. Okay, I am going to give you example of Grok only. Which one? Grok. Okay, I am going to give you an example of Grok. Then why LLM is important? Because it is using a token, embedding systems, attention mechanism. That is also a big part that we can discuss. Give me a 1 minute so that we can have a discussion and simple agents. Okay, simple application I can give you. So we can have a tokens, embedding system, attention mechanism. जो मैंने अभी बोला था, transformer means attention mechanism. You can write it down. Transformer means attention mechanism, self attention. जो मैंने अभी बताया था. Who is the president of India and what is her age? That is nothing but the self attention. Self attention means it is attending the self. That is called as a self attention. Look at this, only 2-3 lines of code and that is fine for me. Okay, look simply look at this. I am using this line of code, simple. It is connecting. I use only init model, LangChain. That's why I'm going to tell you, don't worry. Here I use, look at this Grok API key, and I use here the Llama model. I use here the Llama model with the service provider Grok API, and directly I ask that is tell me the today's temperature, or I can ask that is nothing but the what exactly, tell me the Python books which are available. Okay, How many lines of code? Look at this, only 4 lines of code. LangChain, okay, then Grok API, and directly the question answer. That's it. I'm just checking with my command prompt what is the problem with my system. Yesterday I upgrade it and I don't know what happened. Let it be. Now what I'm going to tell you, listen carefully. That is LLM, that is large language model. Again, whenever you want to use that LLM, first thing you have to use here the LangChain. LangChain is nothing but one kind of library. जैसे मशीन लर्निंग में पाइथन में नमपा होता है, pandas होता है. मशीन लर्निंग we use sklearn, for the deep learning we use TensorFlow. Just like that we use here the LangChain. What is that? LangChain. And when you use the LangChain require a chat model. So LangChain is official, what I can say, that the library through which we are able to develop our simple chat models or the question answer models. Agree? Yes. What is that? LangChain. उससे एडवांस भी होता है, that is called as a land graph. Okay, that we will see. Then what exactly the LangChain model is available, and in the LangChain model, chat model is a simple application through which chat model is one kind of function. You can see that, and we call it. Then we are specifying the API. API key I have generated. Actually, it is not a good programming practice to embed your API keys into the code. Okay, but just for your information, it is a basic application so that you can understand. That's why I embedded my API key here. Okay, now look at this. Here I use the API key which is provided by Grok. Okay, then I use here a init model, and the what I can say object name is LLM. I use here llama LLM, llama. Okay, which is a 70 billion parameter. It is a freely available. It is a freely available LLM models. Okay, then I specify the provider because I got the key from the Grok, so I use here the Grok model. Agree? Once I do it, I will just write down the message, that is object is LLM.invoke. LLM.invoke, just simply one invoke function is available, and that invoke function is nothing but what exactly it is, which call that function means. And here you can see that tell me today's temperature, tell me today's temperature of the Pune. So it will give me the answer. That okay, as well as if I give the question like that, tell me the Python books. So look at this, it will give me the output like for the beginner these are the 5 Python, then intermediate these are the 5 books for the Python, and then for the advanced these are the different 5-6 books for the Pythons are available. Agree? Agree? Very simple. How many lines of code? Only 7 lines of code whichever I have written here. Only just because of that 7 lines of code I got the output. So it's so easy. Agree? I use the 7 billion parameter here. 7 billion parameter llama model. So there are 28 lakhs models are available, right? And different models are available on the Hugging Face as well as the different location. But still I use the normal simple freely available model here, and I have developed the simple application. Agree? Okay, any question? What I have done? Understand it? Okay, I am not downloaded any LLM on my machine. Okay, I use the API key that is called as a Grok API key. Grok के portal पे जाओगे, you will get it. Okay, here you will get the Grok API key. And on my means do the login, and once you do the login you will get the API keys here. Okay, like that way. So once you get the login, okay, you will get the key. Just copy the key and paste it here. And who is the provider? Specify the provider and write out. Only these 1, 2 and 3. These are the 3 what I can say the codes, block code means 7 lines of code, 6-7 lines of code is enough to create such a simple application. Clear? Yes? Seriously, are you comfortable whatever I told you? Path, at least you understand the path well. Yes? This is a simple normal application using a normal LLM. So just imagine with the 6th line of code, if you are able to do like this way, just imagine if you understand well and the basic concept of LLM, then you Just imagine what you can do it, right? ठीक है? Can we go forward now? Understand the first step which I want to discuss with you, that is what is a GenAI. Clear? What are the market requirement in GenAI? So you can develop a GenAI agents, Agentic AI, okay, then normal RAG based application that I have not studied, means we all not discuss anything about the RAG application. Then basic LLM, how to use that basic LLM, what is the Python, how the Python is actually required to understand the or develop the application into the AI, GenAI, right? Then machine learning, deep learning, how it is important when you think about the LLM or any GenAI. Agree? Any question? Yes? हाँ.
जैसा आपने बताया कि LLM like it takes about 2 years like for building our own.
Example, हाँ.
So like mostly जो भी LLMs है currently जो आपने दिखाए वो सारे foreign like US China वगैरह के इंडियन LLM आज तक ऐसा कुछ देखा नहीं देखने को
नहीं,
लगा
ऐसा
कि
कुछ नहीं है, इंडियन लोग तो बहुत सारे उसके ऊपर काम ही कर रहे हैं ना.
like अभी तक ऐसा कुछ build नहीं हुआ खुद
नहीं
का
नहीं नहीं,
LLM
ऐसा नहीं है,
मतलब
ऐसा नहीं है. हर लोग करते हैं. आप बनाओ LLM में डाल दो उधर हगिंग फेस पे, बहुत सारे हैं. 28 lakhs में आप बहुत इंडियन लोगों के भी होंगे. We can't identify it that these are from Google. We means those who are actually from the specific company, they started with the Google Llama like that way and the give name, right? In my case, the name is Llama 3.3 70 billion versatile, the name of that LLM. We can't predict that it is developed by the Indian people or the outside the people. It is from the Meta Llama itself. So company wise it is get developed, not a person wise, not a country wise. Okay?
मैंने एक बार किधर पढ़ा था कि
हम्म.
इंडिया का खुद का LLM नहीं है basically.
वैसे नहीं है, इंडिया का खुद का मॉडल नहीं है. मतलब जैसे जीपीटी है, डीपसीक है चाइना का, हर एक ने अलग अलग किसी ने, वैसे इंडिया का नहीं है, मॉडल अवेलेबल नहीं, बिग मॉडल, ओके, एपीआई मॉडल्स नॉट अवेलेबल लाइक दैट वे.
Excuse me, madam.
यस यस, थैंक यू सर. ओके, एनी क्वेश्चन? एनी क्वेश्चन? गिव मी 1 minute. Okay. Now we will go to the, everyone is comfortable till now, everything whichever I told you, that we discuss something about the simple things like a difference between AI, Gen AI, machine learning, what is machine learning, what is deep learning, what is LLM, what is this, all these things, right? How to use the API keys and all. Right, now the next part is the RAG. RAG means retrieval augmented generations. Okay, something different, means actually when you talk with the GPT, it actually it gives the same answer many times and whatever you are thinking, same answer is going to give by the GPT. This is the first problem with the GPT or any LLM applications. The reason is that it work like that way only according to your prompt, that is called as a hallucination. What exactly it called? Hallucination, means it hallucinate many times. Gen AI hallucinate us. Okay, definitely whenever you are applying the applications, whenever you are developing any LLM or any applications, we have to think about the security part. What exactly you are going to use it, like that. जैसे कि हम Gemini को हमारा photo दे देते हैं, so it's not a good practice because security concern is also important. That we will see, no problem. But before going forward, what exactly I want to tell you here, that is nothing but the RAG. What is the meaning of RAG? Okay, everyone is comfortable till now, no problem, speed is okay, everything is okay, all are technical persons, so that I can talk with you in different way. No, that's a great thing for me, right? Now RAG is nothing but what I can say, that the, okay, so previously whatever we discuss about the LLM means what, the data is model is already trained and the data is already with the GPT or the DeepSeek. Now the problem is that I want to develop our own Means that LLM should work on my database, on my data set. For example, for the red bus, yesterday I want to find out the turnover of redbus.com for the last 10 days. So does ChatGPT gives you output? No, because ChatGPT doesn't have such kind of information, internal information about the red bus. Even suppose Infosys example, if suppose Infosys want to find out which are the different projects are available with the Infosys, as well as who are the different working professionals are there for the specific projects. No one can do that because GPT doesn't have such kind of internal information with them. Another example, okay. Now I am having one PDF, okay, 2005 financial year budget, Indian budget, okay. Honorable Finance Minister Sitaraman Madam has actually declared that 2000, suppose 2025 or 26 budget, okay. And now I want to find out what is the custom duty is actually assigned to the medical drugs, okay, on the drugs, which are the custom duties are available on the drugs. So is it possible for the ChatGPT to read the such a information, government information? Not possible, right or wrong? Means whenever such a things are applied, whenever you want to customize your LLM is already there, our data is already there, and we are going to write down the code, and we are going to tell the LLM that use my data, and give the output. What exactly? Use my data and give the output. Clear? Okay. In case of a GPT contain its own data set, but here I want to provide my data set. I want to provide my data set. Agree? Like a internal application. I want to develop such a internal applications to find out the leave policy into the, what I can say, that into the Infosys, find out the leave policy, find out the projects into the Infosys different. It is not with the GPT, even though like example of finance, just now I told you, right or wrong, budget, financial budget of India. So it doesn't have. So I am having that PDF, I am going to give it to the LLM, and that LLM is going to read it properly and give me the answer accordingly. Agree? Yes or no? This is the scenario, this is the case. Clear? Everyone? Pakka? Okay, so this is called as a customized retrieval augmented generation. What is exactly? Customized application. Do we need a break of 5 minutes? Yes. Okay. Fine. Take a 5 minutes break, then we will continue. Every online people, please take a 5 minutes break, and then we will continue with the same. Hello everyone. So in that case we can create it, no problem, sir. Sit down, no issues. Any question? No? We had a good discussion. It was a healthy discussion and many were means actually listening it.
Yeah, this is what is going in the industry.
Yes, yes, yes. That's
We
great.
are also not sure what is right.
Okay, so now again we will start with the original coding. If you have any question, please ask me. We had a good healthy discussions with the sir, and sir is having more than 7 and 8 years of experience in database admin. Thank you, sir. Now, come back to the point, that is a rack system that I already discussed with you in a small content, that is LLM, which you know very well that how to use just now, but data is actually with the LLM, okay, means it is already trained. Now you want to use your own personalized data, then you have to go with the rack system, okay. Now just now one more thing I want to give here example. Here I am having a different example with me, like a look at this. This is a means MySQL database through which I am able to get the data and I am able to find out the sales and all these things. Okay, means get the data from the MySQL and do it with your own. Okay, it is also possible. Then I have
So we need to connection string need to define.
yes, 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 yes. Otherwise, MySQL data is going to save here, but if it is a small, it will save here.
Otherwise, we need
Otherwise
to
connection string, everything whichever
we
traditional
can
thing.
connect to any databases.
Yes, 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 yes,
So
no
for
problem.
that connection string need to define in this
Coding,
code.
yes, connectivity is we require, retrievation of the data which we require, and it saves in different format. Right. Now we will come back here. Now I am going to explain the rack. The rack system is nothing but what exactly is that. Previously we use normal LLM. In case of a LLM, we collect the data, cleanse the data, model is required, pre-trained models are available, and finally we get the output, means GPT, like a GPT, normal. Or just now I use the invoke function and tell me the names of the Python books, right. Normally means the books are already available, the information is already available with your llama 70 billion parameter, and I am just reading the information from that one. Now the question arises in your mind or my mind that some data which I don't want to disclose anyone, right, and now I want to read the information. Agree? Clear? So in that case what I can do, I have my own data and I am going to give that data so that LLM can generate the answer. I am not going to share that data with LLM to anyone because that is my personal data and I want a safety for that. So what is another option? Another option is nothing but what exactly, that is called as a RAG, retrieval augmented generations. Okay. What will happen in that case? Listen carefully, means here I will give the simple example so that you will understand. Simple RAG application. This is my budget speech. Okay. This is a budget speech which is having a 60 pages. Simply with the help of PDF reader, which is available the functionality into the Python, through which I am able to read that PDF, no problem at all. Agree? Now my question is that without using a LLM, if I ask the question like read the data, okay, and get the output, I will get the normal output like this way, what is the custom information and all and all. But what is my expectation, that I should get the information in such a way that output will be the in a LLM format like 1, 2, 3, 4. Just now the Python has given me the output like that way, right? Give me a 1 minute. So custom duties, I want to find out the such options so that output will be in the answer format, proper answer format. But in case of a normal Python or normal PDF, okay, I will not get it out. The reason is that, give me a 1 minute. Now look at this, normally if I want output should be like that way, proper answer, or output should be like that way, whichever just now I have given the answer, because that question, that answer is given by normal API keys, okay. Don't think. I don't know what is the problem with my VS Code. Okay. I have to search, I have to find, and I have to solve it. Good, let it be. Now come back to the point. Whenever I think about the LLM, normally database is with them, and now I want to give my own database. Okay, and that is possible with the help of RAG, retrieval augmented generation. In that case, what will happen? Whenever I think about my RAG application, simple, I am going to pass out. Okay, there are a lot of what is the question? Listen careful question. There is a lot of scope in AI, artificial intelligence in the future. What action government is going to take to skill manpower in area of AI and data science? Okay, so you will get the proper output of this one, not like that way. Suppose if I am having a normal applications with me, that is a pipe application with me, like a Gen AI practice. Allow me some time. Okay, so if I am having a normal PDF which contains 60 pages, so it will give me the answer like page number 56 and pura read karke rakho, that's it. No, I don't want such kind of output. What I am expected output is that for the 2026 government of India has actually allocated more than 500 crore for the Gen AI, artificial intelligence, and the points. Okay, sector number 1, sector number 2, sector number 3, like this way, and that output is able to give me with the help of LLM itself, with the help of LLM. Agree? Yes or no? Reading a PDF is quite good, quite common. Means with the help of PDF reader, we are able to read that one. No, I don't want to only read the PDF. I want to use the LLM, the brain of the LLM, so that I will get the answer in such a way that it is useful. What is the main purpose of AI? Converting a data into the information and convert it into the knowledge. Converting a data into the information and convert it into the knowledge. That is the Gen AI. So whenever I use the RAG, means whenever I use the LLM to read the PDF, it will not display me the full page. It will read it and convert it into the human like understanding format. Agree? And why it is possible? Because it is having a LLM and the RAG combinations. Any question? Clear? In that case, to understand the concept of RAG, we require again same prompt engineering and all. Let's see. I use here one database that is called as a vector DB, just for information. Okay, it is not feasible for me to complete your the whole assignments and everything in 3 hours. I am just giving the idea that what are the different things are available into the market. Agree? So this is LLM, then RAG, and then we will see the agents also. So this is the one scenario where I am going to use here the database, and this is totally different database, not like a MySQL and all. Okay, it is a vector database. What exactly it is called as a vector database? Many of you know, many of you don't know. MySQL is normally it saves the data and retrieve the data whichever saved, okay, into the column and table, into the tabular format. We have a NoSQL databases like a MongoDB, DynamoDB, many data, okay, Cassandra's and all. So which actually NoSQL databases, which are not RDBMS database, but SQL, Oracle, these are the RDBMS database. But now something different for you, that is called as a vector database. What is that? Vector database. That vector database is totally different. It's not going to save your data like whichever you have. It saves the data into the numeric format, vectors format, and that vector is in a numeric format, numbers format. And whenever it is having a similarity, it will search according to the similarity, and that word, that technique is called as a cosine similarity. What exactly it is called? Cosine similarity means what? Suppose if I'll say I like orange. What orange is? Is a color or it a fruit? Then if I say I like a juicy orange, then you will understand that orange is a fruit, right? In that case, whenever this orange, it will want to retrieve the information about that orange, it will search into the fruit category. Agree? Means the similarity of the king and the queen are mostly same. King and queen are mostly same, right? Curd and buttermilk similarity is mostly same, means it will save into the vector format, means in the numeric format, and it will search the similarity, and that word is a cosine similarity. So there are n number of vector databases are available. One of them is the ChromaDB, Pinecone, FASS, many are there. Okay, but most popular are Pinecone and the ChromaDB. Agree? So whatever the PDF just now we have given to the LLM, that will get saved into the vector database, and according to that it will retrieve the information from the vector database, and then LLM will work and retrieve, after retrieve information converted into the human like structure, human understandable form. Should I repeat it or you understand it well? Got it? Yes. So the rack concept is that your PDF you require with PDF, SQL database, anything. For example, just now I have given the Redbus. Redbus is having a SQL database. Okay. So till yesterday evening, I want to check it out, the last 10 days turnover and the profit of redbus.com. So ChatGPT will not allow you because it doesn't have any kind of data with them. So what will happen? We are going to provide the MySQL database to the LLM, okay, and it will work on that, means it will save into the rack system and then it will retrieve your data. Agree? And whatever the output is generated, you will not get into the tabular format. You will get the proper point-wise human-like structure format, NLP format. Last year, the last 10 days, the Redbus is having this profit and this turnover, this is the loss of for this buses, for this route, everything, and it will compare in the last year also. Last year this is the reason. Okay, in case of a festival, okay, the profit of that Redbus is quite good, everything it will write it down. Agree? Agree? This is the scenario where we are going to use the racks.
So we have to update accordingly, right?
Yes, we
Suppose
have to update accordingly.
if it is updated till 31st of August, and after 31st of August, if anyone asking questions, so it is getting hallucinated.
No, you will not get the answer in that case, right?
Not
Just
get the answer.
not get the answer in that case means what? It will provide you information. I am having the information up to the 31st of August. Actually, whatever the Llama model I use, 70 billion parameters, it is an old version, old. It is freely available. When I ask the question that give me the today's temperature of Pune, so it will not show you the temperature, it will show you the links. Okay, I don't have a current information, go to this portal, official website of this one, and go that one, because it is a freely available LLMs which are not updated, like it is not like a GPTs and all. Exactly.
Then we need to
Pay. There are n number of LLMs are available into the market through which we will get the updated information. For that you have to pay. GPT
RAG also.
RAG, RAG
If the policy is for the next year is getting changed
change.
or organized,
Yes,
then
yes.
we have to upload those
Upload
documents.
it, update it, and pay it for the
We have
API
to
keys.
keep updating the documents.
Right.
Otherwise, it will not provide
Provide you.
the policy document also.
Policy document also. Whenever you are providing a policy document to the RAC, then definitely you have to update it every time.
Every time.
After 6 months, if it is changed,
Any change,
then only it will available. Otherwise not.
otherwise it will not.
It will show you previous data only, not updated data.
So once we are updating it, we are again loading the documents. If it is a PDF, like PDF loader or loading the documents too.
Yes, we have
Every time
to
we are running the
running
models,
that,
we
and
have
it
to
will upload it. Yes. Otherwise, we can take it out that if you are not changing for the next 6 months, we can write down the code like that way. For the next 6 months, it will not update. After 6 months, after that this date, you have to update it again, upload it again. Means manually you have to take care of all these things, right? Questions? Fine. Now can we go forward? Agents? Yes, we are here for the agents, right? Okay. Now I have created a simple agent. First thing, before going forward, I want to add some more thing. That is, before going, NLP is there. Before going to the agents,
which vector database we are going to use?
I'm using ChromaDB. ChromaDB, because it's quite easy on the laptop. You can install. The concepts are same. Okay. Means if you are comfortable with MySQL, Oracle is not big deal for you like that way. Okay, so NLP models are available, which I want to add here, because before going to the AI agent I want to come back. Okay, NLP, natural language processing, and NLP actually basic architecture of LLM contain a tokenization, word embedding, transformation model, attention mechanism, and text generation input. Just now means all things which we already discussed, right? Transformation model, embedding techniques, converting your text into the embedding format, that is called as embedding text, means converting your text into the word numeric format, that is called as embedding techniques, right? Now model which I already discussed. Okay, training model for the LLM, that is large data set and all. Popular model, just now I use this one, normal model, llama model. GPT series 4.0, 4.0, Omini 5, whichever you want to use. जितना updated चाहिए उतने ज़्यादा पे करना पड़ेगा. It's very simple. Okay. Currently for the what I can say, the education perspective, you can go with the free versions. Okay. Now RAG, we discussed something about RAG here. This is the RAG, how exactly it works. Then we discussed something about the vector database. Going for the RAG, look at this. Ask the question, get the search relevant document, retrieve the data, send the LLM, generate the answer from the LLM, right? This is the flow. Means whatever you ask the question, okay, that will search into the your PDF and then send the data to the LLM, and LLM will generate the answer. Who is going to generate the answer? That is LLM. Okay, then vector database which we use, that is it convert data into the embedding format, vector format, numerical format. That's why it is called as a vector database. Then it uses the cosine similarity and like that way. Then vector database, it uses like a ChromaDB, Pinecone and FSSA. There are many things about the vector database, how that similarity vectors is going to search that similarity index with the help of top P and top K. These are the parameters. Inbuilt functionalities are there that we will see. Then these are the example, like vector databases are available and the RAG applications. Now this is what exactly I want to tell you, the difference between normal LLM and the RAGs is also there. Normal LLMs are like this way, and here the RAGs are having something like that way. It reduces the hallucination, means what exactly, whatever we are going to give the prompt, according to that it reduces the hallucination. And our own data set we are going to specify, because of own data set the accuracy is very good. We have our own data, no? So accuracy is quite good as compared to the normal LLM. So these are what exactly I want to tell you, the difference, that is LLM and RAG. LLM, normal applications whichever we have created, give me the names of the books and chatbot normal, but specific लेना है तो that will be the beneficial. Best example Tata Fiber का मैंने जो बताया था कि now they are having their own database which contain all information. If it is a technical problem, this is the rules which you have to follow. If it is a account problem, these are the rules which you have to follow. So you generate the PDF, send it to the RAG, store it into the vector database, retrieve the information data and convert, give to the LLM. LLM will convert into the answer. Very simple. You have your own brain, lot of information in your brain. Okay, you retrieve it whenever it requires. But for this particular subject, when tomorrow if you have a mathematics subject exam, so you read the information about mathematics and retrieve it and write it in your paper. So it is a specific, like that way only. Okay, that is a RAG. Very simple example. Agree? So now go back to that is very important points which I want to add here, that is the AI agents. Okay, AI agents means what? Agents which actually think. It actually think what exactly you want to do. That is called as a thinking, decision power. Okay, and the actions which it is going to take. That is called as a what exactly the AI agents are. Agree? What is the meaning of that? It takes the action, it takes the decision, and according to that takes the action. It is called as AI agents. Okay? Normally AI agents like a chatbot, virtual assistant, recommendation system, these are nothing but the AI agent. How an agent works? It collects the data, text, voice, sensors, okay, from anywhere you will get the data. Sensors, there are a number of sensors are available, then videos, text and all. So we get the data, we take the decision according to the model, then we means it take the actions, reply, okay, and then it uses the LLM. Agree? So that is called as AI agents. So whenever there are a number of types of agents, these are the basic simple reflex agent, simple agent, okay, then learning agent, goal based agent. These are the number of types, and number of types. These are some important agents. Okay, this is a simple basic workshop so that you will get the idea about the GenAI. Okay, each and every part I cannot include in 3 hours. It is just one kind of trailer before the movie which I want to add. Agree? So that you will understand what exactly the AI is and which are the different things which you have to learn before going to develop the AI agents. Okay? Now, so applications, chatbots, self-driving cars, smart assistant, healthcare and finance, robot vacuum cleaners, right? Robot cleaners, right? Robots which we have at home. So that is nothing but the agents are available. So AI agents actually user input is there. Means for example, if you find the questions, it understand the query, it take the decision, and it find the tools and get the response. These are the steps for the AI agent. Don't worry, no need to write it down. If you have a group, I will share the PPT with you. Don't worry. All PPT you will get on your WhatsApp group. Don't worry. Okay, so whenever you insert the means input is a question. Okay, so whenever you have an input as a questions, then brain is nothing but the understand by the memory, and that is called as a LLM, brain. Then agent which take the decision, that is called as after the decision it takes the action. Action कहाँ से होगी? जो requirement है, according to the requirement the action is going to happen. So this is what exactly I want to tell you, agents. Now go back to the simple agent. Look at this, I use here the same one that is called as a LangChain. I use the same one that is called as a LangChain. And when I use the LangChain contain the functionality that is called as agent. Okay, we will see which is the function, which is the classes. That is a different part. Today I am not explore anything that is this is called as a function. This is the class. Capital letter है तो that is a class. Normal letter है तो small letter है that is a function. That is a different part. Okay. Then we have a init chat model. If you are using OpenAI chat GPT, then you can use the OpenAI. Otherwise, I am using a Grok itself. Look at this. I am use here the calculation algorithm. Look at this. My question is that response. My question is that what is a 24 multiplied by 4 plus 10? Okay. What is the 24 multiplied by 4 plus 10? This is my what exactly question is, and expected output is 110. Okay, what is expected output? 110. Now look at this, I have not written a single line of code to do the calculation. For example, a plus b, a minus b, a slash c, and I have to write down the code here, more than 20 lines of code for the explaining the BODMAS rule. Agree? Yes or no? Okay, so first it is nothing but the what I can say that first it is I have to multiply this one and then do the addition because it is a BODMAS rule. Okay, agree? So I have not written a single line of code.
This token we have used, token key.
Yes,
Right?
I use here
Yes.
token
So
key.
it's not chargeable, right? It's
No,
free.
it is freely available currently because it is old version. I use the Llama.
If somebody use this key, they can use
Yes,
the same key.
same key.
It is not chargeable.
Not chargeable, but it is for my login.
Yeah.
It is for my login. Having some limitation per day, if that many calls are only allowed and all. User wise,
So free token we can create
create,
anytime,
yes.
but it has some limitations.
It is not for the updated LLM. Current not, you will not get updated information in that case.
Just for
Just for the
testing.
study purpose, I use this one. If I pay according to that, suppose if I want to use GPT 4.0 according to the token size, I have to pay it like a $5, $10, like that way, per month, per day, like that way. Okay?
Otherwise, there is no charges. If we are doing some POC, just
No, not charges. There are a number of LLMs are available and number of keys are available. Even Gemini is also there, through which we are actually easily available free applications.
so how much knowledge a person should have for in machine language? I mean, is it
Machine learning.
required much knowledge in machine language?
Machine learning.
Yes, MI.
Uh,
LLMs, LLM.
yes.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So in case of that one, to understand the AI, machine learning, at least some extent means you should not. Yes, please.
Yes, yes.
You should not thorough with all algorithm, but at least some algorithm and how exactly it works, how the model is going to generate. Okay. It is very big model LLM, but I want to create my small model. Then how to start it? I will start it with a machine learning algorithm.
So if I wanted to create my own LLM, in that case it is not required. No.
But still, how it works, you should know how it works. Then only you can use it.
Okay.
Then you require it.
Otherwise, I think
That otherwise
basic
okay.
knowledge is.
If you want that, I want everything abstract, then fine.
Got it.
Like N8N means everything is abstract in that case, but we are not using it like that way. Means if you want to survive for the next 10 years, you should be thorough with all the things. Okay. So look at this, I have not created, not written a single line of code for the addition, subtraction, multiplication or the BODMAS rule. In case of a Python, we have to write 20-30 lines of code to explain the BODMAS, means to write down first round bracket, then multiplication, division, multiplication and the steps if else, if else, if else, if else, right? But here I use only one tool, that is a calculator, and that calculator is handled by the LLM itself. I initialize here agent and I will get the output. Okay, means same like that, book the ticket. I will call the API, book the ticket. Agree? LLM will take care of all the things. Not even single line of code I have written here for the calculation. I call, you can write down n number of tools here. I can call it out. And once you understand, means if once you write down the calculator, when you initialize the agent, call it. Here I call the tool. Here I call the LLM. Means LLM means this one model and the all information, keys and the model. I need a key and a model name. Agree? So that is available in LLM. I want a tool. What is the meaning of tool? To call the functions. Okay, functions means tool. Okay, so agents require the tools. So when I call the tools, okay, so it is initially called the tools. These are the tools are available. So calculation is there, weather report is there, converting a temperature is there, like that way. It's simple examples. Like that way, if I want to develop my own application, like to what I can say that tools, call the tool different call, then I can use the different call tools all there. Developer tools and call it as an agent with the help of initialize agent. So initialize agent is a function which is available again into the agent LangChain. LangChain is having official website. Okay, your what I can say that AI agents or AI application you can develop in two language. One is the Python, another one is the JavaScript. Okay, so official website of the LangChain, you can go through that, you will understand how to develop and which are the different functionalities are available to create the agents or the RAGs or the chart models and everything. Okay, any question?
So LangChain having the flexibility.
Yes, LangChain is having a flexibility because many projects are already done into the Java.
No, no. For example, sir, it is created with OpenAI. Now it is decided to go with Gemini.
Yes, you can.
In that
Only
case,
code you have to change it out.
in that
Some
case,
code
how
you
much
have to
code
change.
we need to change? So only
Uh,
the parameters, right?
no, no, no. When you say here, the question is that ki once you are using the
Now we are
LangChain here
using
mainly.
Llama using.
Look at this here, OpenAI. If I use OpenAI, you can use like that way. If you want to use Hugging Face embedding techniques which you have to use here. I think I'm having Hugging Face example. Look at this. Okay.
Only this much
That's
code.
yes. Remaining part almost same. Only whenever you are using. Look at this. I'm using a Hugging Face application, Hugging Face LLM. Okay. So look at this. How to write down here? LangChain community dot embedding and Hugging Face embedding, and through which I use the sentence transformer all mini LLM L6 version 2. This is the name of my. Previously in my previous application, I used the Grok API and which LLM, that is versatile Llama 70 billion versatile, and now it is totally different. And I use here ChromaDB also. I saved my data into the ChromaDB also. Right? Output is given like this way. Look at this. Okay. I use the blank, then use that one. Again, different models I can use here and all. Right? Simple. So there are a number of ways. Means if you are want to use the OpenAI, then LangChain.openAI related all libraries you have to include. If it is embedding Hugging Face, so you can add the Hugging Face all models information. Otherwise, Grok API is also there. According to that, you can use it over there. Clear? Any questions? No questions? Okay. So that's all from my side. If you have any query, please let me know.
So the model and data set you have just mentioned in the whenever you open that link, no, Hugging Face. So there is a two tab. One is model, another one is data set.
Yes, just like a Kaggle also provide the data set, right? So
What
look
is
at
that?
this, there are a number of data sets are also available in that, so that you can.
So model and data set means both are same or
No,
different?
data set means what, where your data is available into the record format, normal data set, and model means what, actually it is
LLM, okay.
train on the data set.
Trained on the data set.
Suppose if you want to develop your own LLM and you don't have a data set, you can take it out from this line.
Okay, in that case we can.
Okay, because you want to train your model and you don't have a data set. 1 lakh data set, 2 lakhs data sets you want, millions of parameters, then you can take data set. Even Kaggle is the best example, that portal where you will get all the data set. Even on the GitHub, Git page and check it out, the number of projects of AI agents are available.
So now if we are using the LLM model from this Hugging Face through an API key, and using their model, then in that case, we are using their server, right? The data is getting stored in their
Yes,
server.
we are not.
And we are just using it from through our API key.
API key, cloud services
But
like that.
Whether it is secure, the data is secure because organization will not.
We are RAG. In the case of RAG,
Not in the case of, suppose you are using a LLM here.
but we are just asking the question to the LLM. We are not providing any database over there for normal LLM. But RAG, we are providing a database.
Okay.
But that time we are not providing that dataset to the LLM. We are getting the output from the ChromaDB, and that output we are going to give to the LLM, and LLM is going to use the brain and retrieve it into our own language.
So that is stored in the vector database.
Vector database, and that is on my machine.
That is in our machine. So
Not with the LLM.
we should have our own data center for that?
Yes, not data centers. How much data set you have?
Okay.
That is depend on that how much data is going to save in your vector database. If you have 2 billions, definitely you require some extra memory and hardwares.
Because some are
Very huge data. Then you have to take care of that, where to store the vector database, where to install and where to store, and how much server configuration and everything, you have to take care of it. Correct? But if you have small data, then it will save on your own machines. Okay, but retrievation of the data at your end, and only get the good result in the human like language, then we are using the LLM. Right. In that case, security concern doesn't matter because data at your own end. And this is the main requirement of the company. They want their own rack systems.
rack system, yes.
Internal policy, HR policy, system project policies, and all the things, because they are having millions of what I can say, that employees, and to handle such a situations is very difficult. So they want the RAG application.
So LLM can be used from there, but rack system should be our own.
At our own.
That is
Yes. Everyone clear? Very good questions are there actually in sir's minds, really. Okay, so yes. No, no, next week. We don't have a tomorrow session.
Yeah, next week. It will be
Next Saturday.
Thank you.
Thank you. Within a 5 minutes, I will finish now. Thank you. Yes. Okay.
I
Yes.
want to ask one question.
Yes, please.
As a fresher now, we are in suppose we are in fourth year.
Dilemma.
Yes.
What
So
to do?
what? Yes. What are the careers and future scope means of Gen AI and how to achieve it also?
Yes, the question is means for the online people. The question is that for the means pass out students or the final year students, what will be the career path and all? Definitely, you have a good opportunity with you. The thing is that once you develop means upgrade yourself in Gen AI. Okay, so there are many options are available into the market. Just now I told you that is go to the Naukri, create one dummy, do the login, dummy login, and then you understand that how much jobs are available for on the Naukri for the mainly Gen AI. Okay, like a prompt engineer is there, AI developer is there, AI engineer is there. Okay, automation, many options are available. So this is the best path, best right way and right time for you. Okay, because many students didn't get placement into the campus, so they have a lot of struggle in their life. Then that struggle you can minimize with the help of AI, because when the resume comes with that I have means I have developed the AI agent and I have developed a number of applications in AI, and the normal person who has said that I know deep learning and I develop a application skin disease detection system and prediction system, which you know well. Okay, many students develop such a BE projects. So definitely there is a huge difference between you and them. So this is the way, this is the right way to understand, that is Python, machine learning, deep learning, NLP and GenAI. Perfect way. Okay, within a 4 months. But first thing that you have to assure yourself, I am going to study 8 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours, okay, to upgrade myself. If you think about that 1 hour is okay, now I feel sleepy, okay, tomorrow, we will see tomorrow. No, 8 hours. I will say 8 hours per day. Are you agree with me? Then only I can say that okay, next 6 months are very good. After 6 months you are going to place with a different good company. But if you are thinking about the 2 hours, okay, I will do the study in 2 hours. 2 hours study means what? Just reading? No. Every day you have to do the practice of Python for the 15 minutes as a fresher. 15 minutes minimum, 2 code, any 2 code, take it out and run. Means run means what? Copy it from the ChatGPT and run it. It's not like, not at all expected. Okay, develop your logic, write down the code. This is the traditional way. We have a calculator, we have a laptop, we have a notepad, still we know the tables, mathematical tables, right? Yes or no? Agree? So same thing, you want to go anywhere, you require a Python coding. So every day 15 minutes, 20 minutes for the Python, and then you can go with the any updations. 6 to 8 hours, think about that and then tell me, okay ma'am, yes, I place within a 6 months. Go with the Git, go with the Kaggle, go with the Kaggle is having a competitions. Okay, go with the Kaggle competitions, apply over there. Okay, they provide you a data set and write down the code, get the good results. Once you get the result, they will provide you a rank, that on which rank you are there. competition में भाग लो, hacker rank पे भाग लो, participate into the competitions, then you understand where we are standing. Agree? GitHub, GitHub पे जाओ, n number of codes are available into the for the AI. Repository, public repositories are available. Okay, you can't imagine which kind of different applications are available into the market and easily available, free of cost. Try it. That's why I told you 8 hours. Practical perspective. Okay, any question? Can we stop here? Okay, now we will stop here because other trainers are going to explain you some app. Okay, fine. Any question? in not one day. It is highly impossible to explain everything in one day. It is just like a trailer in the movie that we are just imagine what exactly in the movie. Same like that, you will understand what exactly they're into the. Any questions? No? Clear? Interesting? Interesting?
We'll get this PPT.
Yes. You have a WhatsApp group? No?